Hey everybody, welcome to the Shay Show. How y'all doing? Good to have you guys here tonight. We're going to be talking about some really cool stuff like retrograde and moon magic. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Okay, so retrograde, moon magic. Um, let's see. We're going to be reading for all the signs. Um, it's going to be pretty fun. I'm glad you guys are joining us. So, first thing that I want to talk about is how there is a lot of craziness going on out there right now with people tripping out about retrogrades and stuff like that. Okay, and I know that we talk about that a lot here on the show, and I know that you guys probably hear a lot of stuff about how it's bad and it's terrible to be in retrograde and stuff, but it's really not. You can really use it to work for you instead of against you. You can do that by understanding what it's for and what it's about, or not what it's for. It's natural; it happens. But for example, right now we've got this thing happening with Jupiter, right? Well, think about all the things that Jupiter really stands for, and the things that would be best for you to help remove those things from your life. For example, with Jupiter, there's overdoing things and overabundance and over stuff like that. And yes, it's growth, and yes, it's business, but it's also a Pisces sign, and we've got Venus with Pisces right now, so that can help you to figure out like the things that you really love, so that you can cut out the other things that are maybe a waste of your time, or maybe that are keeping your energy scattered. So you'll be able to work with that and do that. And you'll be able to, I don't know, do lots of stuff. Like right now, we are in the waxing phase of the moon, which means it's getting bigger. That means that it can help you push things forward. Okay, so you can push while the Jupiter pull is happening, and you can pull some of those bad things out of your life. So what I'd like to do is I'd like for us to start off with a reading for everyone's like a reading for the collective, to see like what the energies are going to be for this second half of April for everybody, like what's going to be affecting all of us, so that we'll and whenever I go through, and we'll do a short reading for each one of the signs individually, and you'll be able to see like how those cards come back up, and those energies come back up, and how they're affecting all the different signs, and we'll see the correlation with everything. And we'll talk about how moon magic and using the moon to help you with these things, like when the moon is on the push, like right now. We can help ourselves by paying attention and being part of the flow, instead of letting the flow overtake us, and kind of like riding the wave instead of letting the wave like wipe us out, or just treading water and making it until the sharks show up. So anyways, before we waste any more time here, let's move forward. Let's get some good shuffles, see the energy that is affecting everyone during retrograde. What are the energies that are going to be affecting everyone for the next 2 weeks of April? The energies affecting everyone for the next 2 weeks of April. The energies that are affecting everyone for the next 2 weeks of April. Energies affecting everyone for the next 2 weeks of April. Okay, exactly there. One more shuffle. Let's see. How are we right now? What is the energy we're in right now? One of Cups. That's great. So we're starting off the energy right now with the One of Cups. That means we have new things beginning, and all things that have to do with like water energy, for example, creativity and things that you love. And we talked about that with the Venus thing going on. And also things that are like more metaphysical or spiritual things. One of Cups can be it could be pregnancy, it could be the beginning of a brand new something that you're doing. If this reading turns out to be mostly about business, we also have we have energy going on with Mercury. Mercury rules air signs. It's also the ruler of Gemini, mostly, aside from just Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we also have Mars in that's moving through Gemini right now. So that's also a really good time to push. Combined with this moon energy right now of us having being in the waxing cycle, it's a good time to push forward with things that you want and get the things that you don't want, use them to fill up your time and get rid of the things that you don't want. Okay, let's see. What is the best possible outcome for everyone collectively over the next 2 weeks? What's the best possible outcome for everyone over the next 2 weeks? Oh, starting a brand new cycle. The end of an era of being stabbed in the back and being this poor bastard. It's over. Yay, the worst is over. And now we're able to start on a higher side of the scale, a higher side of the spiral. And we have the opportunity to not put ourselves back in that same old cycle again. That's a really good card for for opportunities to not put yourself in the same old cycle. So use this Jupiter energy, this Jupiter retrograde energy, to kind of focus, because it's retrograde in Sagittarius, which means that there's a lot of what's the word, like more of a philosophical energy. So we could be really philosophical, and at the same time we could be very Venus-like and focus on the things that we really do love. So philosophically, we can look at the things from a more spiritual level and see what it is that we would like to replace. So we redo and realign and restructure ourselves. And that's one of the main things that retrograde is really great for. So let's see here. How is it that we can best push this energy along towards this best possible outcome? What's our best course of action to achieve this outcome over the next 2 weeks? The Empress. The Empress, she's all about focus. She's all about, and again, with this one here as well, this could definitely mean a birth, or it could also mean something new starting. She's also got this really great energy about her, like she rules it. You know what I mean? Like she's in control of everything. She runs that, she's the, running that empire, right? And it's a 3, and that's a great, like, hand of God kind of energy. Now let's look and see what are the energies that are affecting us from the outside. Outside forces and outside energies that will be affecting everyone over the next 2 weeks collectively. Here we go. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. That is a great card. This is great energy that's affecting us here. Now this bracelet pulled out some of my hair earlier and it's tickling me now. Okay. Let's see. Now, what is it that could possibly be an obstacle for us? Let's look and see. What is an obstacle that will be affecting a lot of people, or most of us, during this next 2 weeks of April? What is the obstacle? What is the main obstacle? Oh, slow starts. Okay? Slow starts, things that seem like we've got it all together, but we really don't. Now, this is about business directly. Whenever you see a wand, or a staff, or a stave, or a spear, whatever you want to call it. Now, these cards mean enterprise and distinction, and they talk a lot about business. This is really, a lot of times, this is talking about something beginning new in business. And with it being right next to this Wheel of Fortune, now, and adjacent to this Empress, whenever you see major arcana cards like these in a reading, all the other cards are affected around them by their energy. And so they're read accordingly. Like, for example, this is something that is Wheel of Fortune, fortune, business, and all that stuff. And this card being right next to it, and it really, and it being right underneath this one, it's really telling us that there's some brand new business energy or some brand new career opportunities, a brand new push, because like I said, right now, magically, moon-wise, we're in waxing, which means it's getting bigger, that this is the time to push things forward, okay? So now let's see, what is our best course of action to overcome this obstacle? What is our best course of action to overcome this obstacle? Best course of action to overcome the obstacle. Oh, here we go. Now, with this card being in the upside down position, this is a very curious best course of action card. This card in its upside down position, yes, it's Libra energy, and it's definitely, we definitely have some things going on with Mercury right now. So, it means a lot of times this card can mean somebody who's lazy. Okay, so this could be warning us to not have the energy of this card if we want to overcome this, or it could be telling us that this is why, like this is why this card is in the upside down position. And I think that's probably what it is. It's telling us that we really don't have all of our ducks in a row. Like we may have good ideas, we may have good thoughts, good energies, good things that we're working on. We may have a wonderful project that we're working on, but we just don't have our ducks in a row because we've kind of fallen asleep at the wheel, or that we haven't put all of the energy into it that we need. We've kind of been lazy, or we've procrastinated. Okay, and I know that's a big thing, like for me, because I'm a Pisces. So we tend to just tread water sometimes. We have these great ideas and we're like, oh, well, that'll manifest itself. Well, yeah, it'll manifest, but how well it manifests is going to be up to us. Let's pull our storyline, or our harmony strip, as I like to call it, and see if we can put some harmony to this message, and see if we can see how things are really panning out right now. Okay, let's see if we can pull some, like a nice strong story of what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. I want to see the collective energy and collective activity over the next 2 weeks. What lies ahead for us? Let's see what we got. All right. Here we go. All right, some decisions that need to be made, some reconciliations happening. We've got some weakness coming in. I'll turn this down so that you guys can see it as soon as I get them all laid out, okay? Let's see, we have the King of Swords next to the upside down King of Wands. We have another 2, the High Priestess. We've got these major arcanas that are just kicking it. We have the Queen of Cups. So there's going to be a lot of people involved in this situation. Let's pull this next week, okay? Next week. The final week. Okay. Final week circle looks like I saw that One of Pentacles go by in the upright. Let's see here. What have we got? We have the Fool in the upside down position. That's definitely guiding your own steps. We definitely have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. Upside down Temperance, which means get your butt moving. We have some worry and despair over some things that maybe we have left out. And I think, okay, so we're going to have a couple of messages, and I'm going to have to use some clarification cards. Some things that might slow us down. Let's get another shuffle here. And then I will show you what we've got. Okay, so it's not going to be as bad as we thought, and we're going to need to keep working. Is that it? Yes, I think that's it. We'll pull out these clarification cards, and let me just take a quick look and a read, and let me redress what's going on here. Okay, some decisions that need to be made that we're dilly-dallying about, and we're not showing our strength. We have someone coming in who can help us. Okay, and we do have a stint that where we're going to have some and of course with Mars being in Gemini, we will have some mouthiness, we'll have some temper issues and stuff, but we do have living knowledge from our past that comes with this too, with this High Priestess. And this High Priestess, she means living knowledge from the past, things that you know already, things that are still happening in your life that you can recognize and that you can see and make a difference with knowledge of things that have happened before. It's kind of like when we talked about this card at the beginning of us being in an opportunity where we can change that cycle. okay? So we can change the cycle and not get back in the same situation that ends us up being this poor bastard here. We are very lucky that we have this 10, this cyclical rebeginning here in this position, okay? Can I get some quiet on the set over there, guys? Thank you. And so then moving along as we come into this, I guess the fourth week here, we're going to have to really guide our own steps. And I know that we need to really pay attention to that. We need to, I mean, like, even when you go to sleep at night, or you say your prayers, or when you do your nighttime meditation, you're going to be worried about some of these things. And you're going to be worried about, have I kind of slept at the wheel? Have I put myself in a position that may slow this down because I don't have my ducks in a row? So you're going to be kind of worried if you don't get that movement going in what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Like if you're planning something, if you have a business plan, you need to get that business model done. You need to get all of your ducks in a row, okay? So then we have this guy coming in, and he moves really slow, okay? But this is movement nonetheless, and he does have that pinnacle, which is money, which is career success, which is good health. These things are coming in. And then we have the Temperance card. Now in this position, it means it's time to get your shit together. This is the get your shit together card. This is the don't wait. This is the don't wait to get your shit together card. Otherwise, I see us being in this position here. But here's something I want to show you that's really important about this card, okay? Like you see him right here, and he's looking, and he's like, oh my God, there's this troubled water between me and my castle. I've spilled all my cups. Shit's real fucky right now. I don't know what I'm going to do to try and get myself in order and make this happen. And he's really worried about that. Look, he's really worried about it, see? So here's the problem. He's not seeing the reality of what's going on, because let's do this. Let's see what he really has going on. Right now, what he's neglecting. Look at what he's neglecting here. Do you see that? He's neglecting these 2 cups. Now, a 2 of cups, that means good business contracts. That means good energy flowing back and forth between a man and a woman, or a male and a female, no matter what it's about, it's basically, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's in a creative situation or a business situation or a contract. 2 of cups, okay, means all those wonderful things. And they're all like behind him. He's not even looking at them. He's worried about all this crap over here, okay? Whenever he has these 2 wonderful cups right here, he can turn around, pick these cups up. He can go over that bridge to get across this troubled water here and get to that castle right there where he can rule it, right? But instead, he's focused on the wrong thing. So that's a good warning sign to us that if we want to really get forward and get moving, we're going to have to stop worrying about these. They're spilled, they're gone, okay? We need to start moving forward with the 2 that we have. And look at this, then we have this. Now, remember, a 7 is also retrospect. It's also a place where things can grow, a foundation. It's really good. It's kind of shaking things up and seeing what falls out, right? Okay, now this Chariot card is fast movement forward. It's getting things up and getting them going on the way. So, like with the way he is between these 2 cards, it's really showing that he's needing to get some movement because it's been slow. He knows it's coming in, but he's kind of stressed over it. Right? So then here comes this guy along, right? And he gives you what you would consider bad news, or something that or some ill advice even, okay, about your money and about what he thinks you should do. And I don't think that we should take that because I think that we'll have better information coming in about business or about a new business from this. You see this wand right here? Now a lot of times, or pretty much all the time, pages bring information. They're kind of like the messenger, right? So this is a message about business. So whereas you might have been worried with this guy, you may be getting bad news like, oh, well, you're not going to get the paycheck that you wanted, or you're not going to get the position that you wanted in this situation where these cups are spilled, right? Okay, so this guy's going to come in and he's going to go, hey, but look, you've had this guy all along. You've had these 2 cups here. This 2 of cups, you've had it all along. Pick them up, go over the bridge, make something happen. It's not as bad as you think it is. For some reason, you've had this idea that those 2 cups, were not where you needed to go. You didn't want to take that long walk over the bridge. It's too much work. It's too much effort. It's whatever. But this guy's coming in, and he's telling you, hey, it may take some work, which is this. You may have to put your nose to the grindstone about it, but look at this. This is an 8. The beneficial qualities of 8 are never diluted whenever you get them in a reading. And whenever you see this guy right here, look, he's doing stuff that only he could do. This is stuff that everybody probably told him that he couldn't. You know, look at him. He's got in the background, he's got this awesome castle in the background that he's going to achieve, that he's going to get. He's making all these pinnacles. Look at all of them. They're great. He's doing it. He's getting it done, right? Okay, so that's the outcome card here. So I'm going to bend this down now, and we're going to take a look at where these cards fall when we start doing some clarification. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Okay, let me see if I can move this a little bit closer and get just a little better alignment. And I'll kind of push the cards together some for us so that we can all see. Okay, let me scoot some stuff over. Ba, ba, ba. Here we go. Pull these down so we can see where they are and know what's falling. Okay, and we'll pull these over here so that we can see these. Okay. Now I love these little cards. They make great they make great clarification. I love them. As you see, I'm drinking water. I quit sodas, so now my clothes are all too big, and I've got on like 2 shirts and stuff, but I'm happy because I don't want to be a fatty. I want to get more healthy, and that's one of the things that I'm using Jupiter to cut out. As a Pisces, I am working that energy, people. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's get some clarification going on. What's our energy going to be like? What's going on in our energy? Can we get some clarification for the next 2 weeks? Oh, we had somebody flip over already. Okay, we're going to need to be defending what it is that we really want. Okay, a little bit of a struggle. Now that didn't fall on a card specifically, so I'm going to put it there so we can pay attention and see if anything falls on it as well. Here we go. Let's get some clarification for the energies. Oh, over here by the ball. What have we got here? Wow, okay, this is great. Upside down Hierophant. You know what that means? That means somebody who is very open-minded, someone who's willing to help, and this is coming over this decision here. So I'm thinking that what we have going on here is someone coming in who could help us, who has an open mind, or maybe this is telling us to have an open mind when we make this decision about what it is that we were talking about. Now, maybe it was with this card. Maybe it's with what we needed to have strength about. It means maybe they'll come in and give us this information or give us this help, or maybe we can open our mind for this help. Can we have some quiet on the set, please? And so that we can have some open-mindedness. Now, this is somebody who's willing to do new adventures, willing to, I mean, ventures even. Like, when I say ventures, I also mean like maybe even like venture capital even. Somebody who's willing to take charge. Someone who's willing to come in and invest time and effort and money into a situation that they think is a good idea. Okay, this new adventure that they feel can make them whole. And this could be this open-mindedness that you need, because why it's, or that we all need, because it's falling over this decision that maybe we've had some weakness with before. Okay, so let's see here. Do we have some more information for us? More information. More information. What do we have? Oh, here we go. Let's see here. To cross out this card, yep, here we are again. And it was kind of like in this upside down sort of position. So I'm thinking it's telling us to not be this guy. Don't be this guy. I think maybe that's why we've been kind of procrastinating. Maybe we're feeling like, maybe we've been feeling negative and we've been feeling like this is what's going to happen. And so we've kind of put it off because we'd rather like not see it. We'd rather not see it through and fail than to kind of see it through and it not work out. And what we don't realize is all along we have these 2 cups. So we need to not be this person. It's really given us, that's really a good sign there. Okay, and here, this is the situation. It's telling us that we have to make us, and I think, you know, this, okay, see this queen? What she's holding right there is called an undri. Okay, an undri. Now, an undri is like back in the day when there were the Celts had this, right? Back in the day when they would have this, you know, badass warriors and stuff, and they were killed during the battle, they would put them in a giant undri, and they would use like holy water and stuff to bring them back to life, right? So I think this is the chance for rebirth, and this is a water sign: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay, a lot of times this is read as a Pisces, and so I would like to say very much so that right now you're having a chance to bring back to life what it is, maybe in a creative venture, because this is kind of looking like a business reading, right? And this is here, living knowledge from your past, right? With this two, which is reconciliation, next to her, which is bringing something back to life, or the queen of rebirth, right? The queen of creative rebirth, the creativity and love and the things that you love and that you do, and metaphysically and stuff like that. And then here with this, telling us that the decision can be made for us, or that we need to move ahead and go ahead and make this decision. Okay, that we need to make this happen. And I think that is a really great sign for us, because the way that this card fell right underneath it, which is the movement, I think maybe we've been feeling bad about this because we've been getting some bad information from somebody who's a negative person or a naysayer, right? Who's been telling us that things are going to be bad whenever all this time they aren't bad, they're an opportunity, right? And so we've kind of been having issues with that this entire time. Let's see what else we can get here. Whoa, see, ha ha ha, mwahaha, look at that. This is telling us right here, if we can get rid of this procrastination that we've been doing over this negativity that we've been told, this negative garbage from this person, this young, I want to say, this feels like a Capricorn energy, maybe, like a earth sign energy, that we have this possibility of achieving all the dreams and hopes and desires that we have. See, I'm shaking it at you so you remember. Okay, look, this is possible. So you make this decision here with this living knowledge from your past, this reconciliation and rebirth of something. And again, that goes back to this card. Like I told you, a birth or a rebirth, something that you love. Now look, with this and this, we have all of the signs here. Do you see how they're kind of connected here like this? It's telling us the same thing, and it's telling us to get moving with it and to start putting some work into it, because it's time. And this thing, like this is somebody that's coming in, and it may be somebody that's new at something. It may be like, you're starting a business venture with somebody, like maybe you guys haven't ran your own business, or you haven't done something like that before, but it's still great. And this other card that's flipped over here is this guy in the upside down position, okay? And that's telling you kind of like come out of your shell and don't be a hermit about it. And I think that this should be here, over here with this energy as well. Okay? Wow. Okay, look at this. This is great news, guys. Okay, look. With the sun and the spread, the answer is yes. It's always yes. Now, I want to show you something, and I may pull out the card. I may pull out the book here in just a second. Okay? Because if you look closely, this card, right? Now, it's a 4, and 4 is double fruition. This is like your home life. This is things going well and everything. With this being upside down, it could be disruption from your home. It could be that you have to move. It could also mean that the person that you're married to or the person that you're with may not really like this information, or they may be unsettled about it. But however, this card in the right side up position means that that you're not getting communication. Here, look, let me read it really quick, okay? Let me put this down, and I'll grab this old book. And this book has been out of print, and my husband found it at Half Price Books, and it's like a really old copy of it. I had this book for a really long time, and I want you guys to hear this really quick. And I usually don't like whoop this out in the readings, but I want you to know, because this is important, it seems, that I'm pulling this out of the book, and I'm not pulling it out of my ass. Okay, so check this out. Let's go to the 4 here. Whoop. Here we go. Now, see, here we are with the 4. Now look, I'm going to go down to, turn the page. Where is it at? To where our, it talks about communication, travel and papers, beneficial trip is coming up, work, career, let's see, unions, romance, desires. Okay. An old friend or someone is going to call when you least expect it. You get the upper hand. It also means sometimes when this is in the upright position, that you've been cut off from communication with someone or something that you are trying to be more philosophical about. And remember, we talked about philosophical ventures right now because with Jupiter being a retrograde in Sagittarius. Okay, so it says you need to practice a more philosophical or metaphysical approach. You need to be more open and more involved with others. And as a result, you're going to find your way a lot easier. You're going to unexpectedly hear from an old friend or a loved one and make tentative plans to get together. It also means, let's see, where is the other? There's one here that actually talks about you. Let's see. Again, it says someone is going to call when you least expect it, okay? And you won't let anyone get the upper hand. It also means that you may hear from somebody in the upright position. It means that that someone that you want to hear from isn't the one that you hear from, okay? And you're sick of being everyone else's garbage dump, and so blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it also tells us that you're going to have a beneficial trip in the offing. So this card, landing on top of this card in the upside down position. Now with the sun and the spread, the answer is always yes. Always yes. This is everything that you want, everything that you desire being manifest unto you, and the possibility of even more than you ever wanted or more than you thought was possible. Okay? So that's an amazing thing that for it to land on top of this, it's really, really showing us that whether we believe it or not, whether we've had this negative information come in or not, that this information isn't what we need to be listening to. This information is not true. It's not bad like we're being told. Okay? Now, let's see. Do we have any more clarification cards right now? Oh, yes we do. Emperor. Oh, and the upside down, see? Again, this is a warning card. We may not have the money because that's, well, actually, that card was here. Whoops, that would have been here. Okay, so right here, if we move forward with what this guy said, because this is where this card was in this position, if we move forward with what this guy says, it's going to be a big loss for us, okay? We don't need to be listening. We don't need to be moving forward with this guy here. We need to be moving forward and putting our work and our energy in with what this guy is doing. Do you understand? Okay, so, and with the Emperor falling on, because remember, our Empress energy here, okay, with our best course of action of how to achieve this, right? Here's the energy again, coming over the Fool. And the Fool card means guiding your own steps. In this position, it's like, walk in faith, what you want's going to come to you, you're going to be led to the place that you need to be, yada, yada, blah, blah, right? Okay, but in the upside down position, this means that you need to guide your own steps. You need to watch it, bud. You need to make sure that where you're going is where you need to be and where you want to be, right? And you need to put forth all the energy that you can to make that happen in a mundane way. Not like I'm just dreaming about it, I'm just hoping it could happen, this is what I really want out of life, and if I just wait for the right time, it's all going to come to me. No, this is you putting in effort and making it happen. This is the Emperor. This dude did not become an emperor by sitting on his ass dreaming about things and wanting things to happen, and it's going to happen for me one day, I'm going to get discovered, or I'm going to blah, blah, blah. That's not how the Emperor, that's not how he rules. That's not how you rule the kingdom. That's not how you expand and become an empire. You don't build empires. You want to be the business? This guy says, I am the fucking business. Do you understand? This is you. This is the energy that you need to have once again. And it looks like you've let that go. And you've been really worried about it. It's been keeping you up at night. You've been like, where am I? What have I become? What have I done? How have I gotten to this position? I have this decision to make and I don't know what to do. And you've been so closed-minded. Now you're having the opportunity to, your best course of action is to be this guy with the open mind. You've got someone with an open mind who's coming in to help you. Okay, though your strength has been lacking, I think we need to get to these two cards here. And let's see if we can get some, Clarification. There you go. The Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune over these guys right here with this slow takeoff because of this. Okay? Do not be weak about this. This guy right here, okay? This King of Swords, he is an air sign, okay? He embodies all of those things, the quickness of Mercury, the get her done kind of energy. He's also somebody who cuts away the bullshit. He doesn't take any crap. If he's in the upside down position, he's a complete asshole. But if he's in this upright position, he's somebody who can help you. He's somebody who can guide you. He's good with books. He sees the opportunities whenever they come in. Okay, and maybe this guy isn't such a bad guy in the upside down position. I mean, okay, in the right side up position. Okay, this guy's somebody who can really help you and guide you and yada yada, right? Okay, but this is also the Cuchulainn card. And if you know anything about Celtic history, you know that Cuchulainn is like the guy who unified Ireland. He was a badass king. He was, he was young, kicking people's ass and killing, wiping out whole armies by the time he was like 8 years old, right? All right, now this guy in the upside down position, he can be violent. He can be an ass, right? He's a super powerful fire force. Okay, he's a fire sign. Now, here's what I think. I think maybe you're going to have to run this guy, or we are going to have to run, because this is collective, remember, we're going to have to run this guy off, okay? Because he's going to make a loss for us if we keep listening to him, all right? I think we should listen to this. It's time to expand, and it's time to grow the empire, to not just the one little thing that we thought that we had, to not just these three little cups that we thought were us, and then now they're spilled and things aren't working out. This two here, this Two of Cups behind us, man, it's a contract coming in that you should take. And it probably, here he is again. Bam. And let's see. See, you haven't been working on it. You just haven't been carrying the load that you should have been carrying with whatever it was, with whatever this was that you should have been moving forward with, because you've been listening to this person. Okay, this person has been having negative energy on you. I want to see what this card is here. Yeah, see, don't walk away from whatever it is that this empire, this empire that you may have to build with. I mean, is there something like maybe it's spreading into a different area of career, and you may have someone telling you that you can't do it, or telling you, and so don't listen. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? Can we go any more? Do we have any more information here? Any more information for the collective? What do we got? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's your Gemini card. Your 3. Yeah, again, you need to probably, because this one's in the upside down position as well. This means kind of a cheater. This is kind of a cheater energy. It's also a fire sign. I think we've maybe been getting some bad information, okay? And that we need to stop the fighting with. We need to stop fighting with this person. We need to stop listening to that person. I think it's really showing us now. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female energy, because it's popped out as both. But there's hope. With the star in the spread, the answer is always, always, always that there's hope to make this happen. Okay? And here, this is looking out over this like vastness of your property, your land, and you're like, well, let's see, I'm gonna put a hotel over here. It's like Monopoly. I'm gonna put a hotel, I'll put some houses over here. I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna make a big studio over here. I'm gonna make this Hollywood, or whatever it is that you're gonna make. Do you understand? This is you looking out at the opportunities that are coming forth in your life, and deciding and planning. This is a three kind of hand of God sort of energy, and there, it's behind you. It's got your back. These wands, these enterprise and distinction, they've got your back. All right, let's see. Anything else? Did I miss a card? No? Anything else? Is there anything else for the collective? I think this collective probably, that's too many cards, but again, it's kind of showing us the same thing. You know what? It's way telling us the same thing again. Okay, look. This Empress energy, clarifying down here next to this Emperor, same thing. Focus on this information that's coming in about something that was creative, something that you're doing, something that you'll love. And here, this Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Now, this is showing you that in the past, you haven't been giving out your time equally to these two things. Maybe you had two different jobs. Maybe you had a job that you were doing that you knew was solid, that you knew could give you money, right? That you knew could be your career with your setting, right? You knew that this could happen. I'm sorry, my phone keeps going off. Somebody asking me for a reading, and they shouldn't be doing that while I'm on. Anyways, guys, please don't ask for readings while I'm reading. Send me an email. Okay, so this energy that we see here is showing us that we haven't been dealing out our time or our money properly. Thank you. Let's have some quiet on the set, please. I know